All right, this is some of the parts we got with the donations on the GoFundMe. We got these are cover plates for the wood so that you can't accidentally drive a nail or a screw through your wood. These are couplings that we need to connect the fresh water to the house pipe that's outside. We got this stainless steel. These are the ones that come out of the wall. And this nails onto the wall so that your plumbing shutoff valve can be connected here for the sinks and the toilet. This is a T that'll bring the fresh water down to this. These are the devices that you nail that hold the PEX to the wall. This is a 90 for PEX. And this is the trace wire that they put around or down in the trench with the fresh water line so that if you have to dig it up, you can run a tracer through there. Now over here, we've got a lot of the pipes. There's the PEX for the outside, the PEX for the inside. We still need some 1/2 inch, I think. We've got all these pipes. Some of them we're gonna not be able to use, but the 4-inch pipes, turns out we don't need, because I think everything's 3-inch, you gotta measure it again. But eventually we'll keep the 4-inch because we use them for soaking and steam bending wood, and they'll be good for that. And then gotta move all this. I spent the whole week getting all this containers out of here that are gone now, but there was a whole bunch of containers. Oh yeah, and in this containers, the rest of the fittings for the plumbing in the walls, the 2 fixtures, one for the shower, and this fixture is for the washing machine, and this is for the ice maker, I'm sorry. So those are fittings we need. I also got fittings inside. This is where we've been drywalling. This is the living space. So I got a bunch of fittings for inside this wall. This wall, you notice it mudded because the drywall has to come off so we can put the fittings in the inspector. There's the pressure gauge we need for testing. And some of the stuff's already been set in place, but I have to build a wall behind here because this is not a 6-inch wall. It needs to be 6 inches deep. And also the drywall is not mudded because we got to pull it off and do the inspection for the inspector. This is what I'm doing next. Is this pipe goes through this wall and into here. This is the kitchen wall, and I don't know if we can see it here, but this is the vanity, and I plumbed up a lot. This is not glued because I want to make sure it all fits first. So that's what's happening. And of course, I've been drywalling the heck out of stuff while I've been doing the plumbing. So that's pretty cool. So once again, this wall is not thick enough. I have to add another wall in front of it. But you can see how far back this wall is. That's where we're going to start on this side. We're going to start right about here, I think it is. And add a 2x4 thick wall so that becomes a 2x6 wall and the plumbing. But I put all them containers upstairs, and now I got to move these benches out of the way to increase that wall. And I show you what we did up here. I moved all this stuff up here so that it's not in the way. It was in the way of doing the plumbing. And this is my storage area for now. Maybe in a year we'll turn that into a big bedroom. But for now, the goal is add this wall. I got the 2x4s for it. Where are the 2x4s? Right here. All the wood here is for building that wall. Got one pressure treated for the concrete because anything that touches concrete needs to be pressure treated. And the rest of these are framing studs. 9 5/8 or 92 5/8, I think. They're a little bit shorter than 8-footers. 8 foot's 96. So that's what we're gonna do. Can't do it today because I'm freezing my butt off. We got some clothes down here. And it's 32 degrees. But as soon as it gets, I think tomorrow's gonna be 40. I can work with 40, I think. We'll get the rest of this stuff off of these benches and move it over here somewhere. Scoot this out, take this plywood off, and extend that wall out by putting another wall in front of it. So that's what we're doing. Thank y'all for the GoFundMe. We still need more GoFundMe to finish the electric. We're also doing a thing where people can buy banjos in advance. We're going to make some banjo kits that you can build at home. And maybe you can donate that way. But we are so close to finishing all this. About $2,000 would finish all the electric and then I got to do the plumbing. We got all the parts for the plumbing, but I have to physically do it. I have the permit now. More parts are on the way. And we just got to get some info from the plumbing inspector about how to do the, if we can do what we can do, what we can't do to make sure it's all done correctly. So that's pretty cool, and I greatly appreciate everybody that's done the GoFundMe. And if you haven't yet, please do a GoFundMe. And we could use all the help we can get for this last bit to get the house up and running. That's all we're lacking is the electric, and I cannot wire it by myself because it's an inspector and an electrician's already done most of the wiring. If you can see, this is all done by electrician and approved by the inspector, and he needs to finish it, and we got to pay him to finish it because he's got to put in fuses and stuff. Everything's done professionally by a licensed electrician. Now that being said, once the electricity is turned on, then I can get a permit to do more upstairs if we need it, or add more plugs for the factory area if we need it. But right now, as it stands, we have to do this just to get it turned on with a licensed electrician. Just kind of how it is down here. And I don't mind because electric is nothing to fool around with, buddy, I tell you. Now I can put in fuses and I can put in switches, but I don't want to do that until they're finally got the electricity turned on. And then if we need to add stuff, then I can add it. But right now, we're just gonna roll with the current electrician, and he's so good and he doesn't charge extra. And he's actually done a bunch of free stuff when the electric company was gonna turn the electric on for the first time onto the temporary pole. There was some problems, and he came out and fixed all that without charging me. I greatly appreciate his efforts. The plumber's the only guys that disappeared on me, but I got a plumbing permit now, and a good inspector that lets me know what's going on. All right, back to work.